So this little notebook has been everywhere with me on my current trip, and I don't think I'll ever travel without it ever again. And yeah, traveling forces you to pack light, but this is probably the one thing that I'll always make room for. So why the mini field journal from Lochby? Well, I used to journal digitally, just solely on my iPad or my iPhone or my MacBook. But ever since I got this thing, I wanted to just go back to journaling physically on an analog notebook just because I missed it that much. But before that, before I switched to all digital journaling, I used to carry an A5 notebook, which was noticeably larger than this, and it had a leather cover which made it even thicker. And while I love that thing, I still have it in my room somewhere. It wasn't very optimal for traveling because it was on the larger side. So this is a whole lot better for me personally, and I'll tell you why in this video. So let me go over my setup really quickly. The pen of choice that I have is the Pilot G2 Edge, and the difference between the regular G2 and this version is that it's just an all black body. There is no see-through portion of it where you can see the refill. That's pretty much it. Inside I have two different journals. The first one is going to be a bullet journal from Amazon. They're both from Amazon, and that's going to be for your journaling, your tasks, your grateful list, stuff like that. It's pretty high quality. It is thick paper and it can handle fountain pens, which is really good, and that's something that I always look for in journals. The other journal is a lower quality version, but it is just blank sheets of paper for mainly sketching. I wanted to get into sketching again. I know that I'm not that good, and it's just a hobby that I've been putting on and off for like years now, maybe over a decade. I've loved drawing, I've loved art since I was in elementary school, or maybe even earlier than that. It's just one of those little hobbies, those skills that I want to get better again. And hopefully with this being at my side all the time, I'll get better this time. I also carry other things like my passport. I do have a dedicated passport cover, but if I do want to minimize and just get rid of bulk as much as I can, I will put the passport inside here just because I'm already carrying this around. In the front, I have two spare credit cards because you never know, but this thing can hold a lot more other stuff. So why does this thing work so well for travel? So this thing is built like a tank. The canvas material is super durable, super tough, and I love how it looks now that I've, tossed it around and just beat this thing up. I don't have to baby this thing, and you shouldn't have to with something that you want to carry every single day. The size and portability is really awesome. So it takes field notes size journal, so 3.5 by 5.5, which is not too small but not too large. And just having the mini field journal allows you to hold everything you need in this like one little tiny package. This thing also has a security factor because it allows you to hold things without it getting lost. The clasp is very secure. It hasn't come undone accidentally. And I feel totally secure and safe with my passport and credit cards inside this thing. So really quickly, who is this for? If you're someone who likes to journal, if you're someone who likes to sketch, if you're someone who likes to keep a planner with you, this thing is awesome. If you're someone who likes to travel as a minimalist and want something compact and functional, this is for you. Or if you're just someone in general who prefers analog over digital, I highly, highly recommend the Lochby Mini Field Journal. If you're looking for something larger, they have a regular sized field journal that holds larger notebooks. So check that out as well. Final thoughts. Would I recommend this thing? That's a tough one. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, I would wholeheartedly recommend this thing. I love this thing, and it's just something that I think everyone should have. Even if you don't think that you're like a great writer or a great artist, this thing will help you to become those things. Even if you don't want to become any of those things, just having this as a travel companion to keep things organized, to have a list of tasks or maybe a list of things that you just need to have organized. This thing's great. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say about this thing. I love this thing. I might even do another update in the future. I might make another video when I get back from this trip, but As always, links in the description. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for listening. I used to journal what? This thing is also